Hello everybody, my name is Alex from Alex Reads, and in today's video I am going to be doing my O.W.L.s wrap up and also talking about the bonus books that I read in the month of April. So during April, my favorite readathon of all time, the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon, happened, and I read 12 books and it was very wonderful, and I vlogged most of my experience, and it was a wonderful time, and it brought a lot of structure to my reading. And because of that, I not only completed the 12 books that fulfill the 12 subject prompts for the Magical Readathon, but I also ended up reading a bunch of bonus books, and that brought my total number of books read to 23 this month. So I'm very surprised, I'm very happy, and I'm a little bit proud of myself for reading 23 books this month. And in this video I am talking about all of the books. So I'm gonna do it a bit rapid fire. First I'm going to talk about the 12 books that I read specifically for the O.W.L.s. I'm going to say the subject, the prompt, what I read, and what I rated each book. Afterwards I'm going to talk about the bonus books that I read and listened to that were not for the O.W.L.s. Yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of books and a lot of 4-star reads. I had a pretty great reading month. So yeah, let's get started. For Ancient Runes, the prompt was to read a book with heart on the cover or in the name, and I read Heart of Thorns, and I gave this book 3 stars. For Arithmancy, the prompt was to read a book outside of your comfort zone, like outside of your comfort zone, meaning like a genre you don't usually pick up. And for this prompt, I read Platform 7 and gave this book 2 stars. For Astronomy, the prompt was to read a book while it was dark outside, and I read Tarnished Are the Stars, and I gave this book 4 stars. For Care of Magical Creatures, the prompt was to read a book that had a beaked character on the cover, and I read Blanca y Roa, and I gave this book 4 stars. The prompt for Charms was to read a book that had a mostly white cover, and I picked up Frankly in Love, and I gave this book 4 stars. I told you there was going to be a lot of 4 stars. The prompt for Defense Against the Dark Arts was to read a book set at sea or on a coast, and I read House of Salt and Sorrows, and I gave this book 4 stars. The prompt for Divination was to assign numbers to your physical TBR and choose and use a random number generator to pick the book that you were reading for this prompt. I did that, and I read Crier's War and gave this book 5 stars. For Herbology, the prompt was to read a book that started with the letter M, and I picked up Map of Salt and Stars, and I gave this book 4 stars. The prompt for History of Magic was to read a book involving witches, and I read Wind Witch and gave the book 4 stars. For Muggle Studies, the prompt was to read a contemporary, so a book set in the Muggle world, and I picked up the Readers of Broken Wheel Recommend, but I read it in German, so that's why the title's different. I gave this book 4 stars. The prompt for Transfiguration was to read a book involving shapeshifting, and I picked up The Brilliant Death, and I gave this book 4 stars. And finally, the prompt for Potions was to read a book under 150 pages, and I picked up the Sagas of Ragnar Lothbrok, and I gave this book 3 stars. Those were the 12 books that I read for the O.W.L.s. It was really good. I had some really great reading experiences. Now I'm going to talk about the books that I did not read for the O.W.L.s. I read a couple of them, and yeah, I'm just going to go quickly through the titles and my ratings for them. First, my first bonus book was Well Met, and I gave that book 4 stars. I also reread The Opal Deception and The Lost Colony, and I gave both of those books 4 stars. Another bonus book that I picked up was Blood Countess, and I gave this book 3 stars. I was feeling in the Harry Potter mood because of the O.W.L.s, and so I picked up Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and I gave this reread a 5 star. Also in April, I picked up How To, and I gave this book 3 stars. Another bonus book that I really enjoyed was Little and Lion, and I gave this book 4 stars. I read 3 graphic novels in April. In me own words, Bigfoot, I Not Dead, and Me Right Book. Oh no, actually I read another book. On the last day of April, I completed Strange the Dreamer and I gave that book 4 stars. And that concludes all of the books that I read in April. It has been my best reading month so far. I'm very happy about it, and I have some new favorite books of the year, I think. Hopefully, they were really good. Some of these books were really good. One book was not good, but it's okay. Yeah, so that was my April wrap up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having a great day. You're reading an amazing book. You're being kind to yourself and you're staying safe. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.